It's been a few days since Palantir hit the new all-time high, yet Palantir managed to stay strong in the market. This is something we've never seen before. Skeptics are almost gone. Analysts are saying a 100x jump could be around the corner. New massive contracts for Palantir have been announced, but Meta CEO just shaken the whole AI space with his genius plan. And Palantir is in the prime position for it. What is happening? And what on earth am I even talking about? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. It's now the third day since Palantir completely took off, hitting a brand new all-time high, and surprisingly, it's still holding strong. Right now, the price has settled around $119 per share, showing no signs of a major pullback. After a run this crazy, you'd think it would cool off, but so far it's standing firm, and that's got everyone talking. This is a big deal. When a stock explodes like this, there's always a wave of doubt, and Palantir has had plenty of skeptics, especially the bears. They've been calling it a bubble, saying it's only a matter of time before it crashes back down. But today, that argument isn't holding up too well. Instead of collapsing, Palantir is proving its strength, leaving short sellers and doubters scrambling. What's happening here is something we don't see often. A stock making this kind of move and then stabilizing at such a high level? That's rare. And it could mean a lot for the future. Are we looking at the start of something even bigger? Or is this just the calm before another storm? Either way, this moment is huge, and all eyes are on what happens next. But here's the thing, this might not just be some random price movement. One analyst on Twitter pointed out that what's happening right now is actually a huge moment for Palantir, something that could decide where the stock goes next. According to him, Friday's rejection at that crucial $120 resistance level is the key. If the bulls manage to push through it, we could see another explosive rally, with $128 as the next big target. That would mean even more upside for Palantir, keeping the momentum alive. But there's a catch. The stock is already looking pretty overextended on every time frame, including the weekly and monthly charts. Now, if Palantir struggles again at $120 and gets rejected, things could take a different turn. In that case, a quick drop to $110 for a support retest wouldn't be surprising. And if that level doesn't hold, then $99 could be the next stop. So, while the stock is still riding high, this next move is going to be critical. Whether it's another leg up or a sharp pullback, we're about to find out. But here's the thing. While some people are skeptical and waiting for a pullback, others are insanely bullish. And I mean really bullish. Just like this one analyst on Twitter, who straight up said that Palantir is on track to hit $1,000 per share by 2030. Yeah, you heard that right. A full-on 4-digit price target. That's the kind of confidence some bulls have in Palantir's long-term growth. Of course, a call like that sounds crazy to a lot of people, but in the stock market, anything can happen. And with the way Palantir has been moving lately, it's no surprise that some investors are thinking big. But wait, something big just happened with Palantir, and you need to hear this. Remember how we talked in previous videos about how Palantir is just getting started? Well, today, we got even more proof of that. A Twitter analyst just revealed that Palantir just landed a massive new contract, and this is a huge deal. Basically, the Department of Health and Human Services just awarded Palantir an initial contract worth over $6 million, plus an extra $375,000 for another project. And this isn't just a one-time thing. The contract runs from January to June 2025, which means it could easily lead to even bigger deals down the line. Once the platform is fully up and running, there's a good chance we'll see more licensing fees, additional modules, and longer contract periods. In other words, this is just the beginning. Palantir keeps proving that it's locking in real, high-value contracts, and if this trend continues, who knows how far it can go. Huge shout-out to the people making these deals happen. This is another major step forward. And just to add even more fuel to the fire, remember yesterday when we talked about how Donald Trump's IRS job might affect Palantir? Well, to shut down all those skeptics, today we found out that the IRS has also recently awarded Palantir a massive contract. One Twitter analyst broke it down for everyone, saying that Palantir had already been awarded a huge $137 million by the IRS for IT strategy and modernization. This is a big deal, especially considering how much people were questioning Palantir's future with the IRS under new leadership. But clearly, the IRS is still backing Palantir big time. And this contract proves that they're continuing to work together on major projects. So, for anyone doubting Palantir's staying power, this should shut down those concerns. The company's got some serious backing, and it's not slowing down anytime soon. But here's the thing. While some people are still being skeptical and retail investors are a bit scared, Wall Street is definitely taking advantage of the situation. In fact, they're scooping up huge amounts of Palantir shares right now. Just today, it was reported that Morgan Stanley has increased their position in Palantir by a significant amount. According to their most recent 13F filing, they added 6 million more shares, bringing their total to nearly 29 million shares. That's a pretty big vote of confidence in Palantir. And if that wasn't enough, Morgan Stanley actually upgraded their outlook for Palantir from underweight to equal weight just a couple weeks ago, on February 4th. So, while some are sitting on the sidelines, major players like Morgan Stanley are all in, and it's clear they're betting on Palantir to continue pushing forward. When you put everything together, it's easy to see why Palantir could hit new all-time highs. They've landed some big contracts, like the $6 million deal with Health and Human Services and the $137 million deal with the IRS. These aren't just small wins. They show Palantir is getting serious backing from major government players. Plus, Wall Street's clearly on board. With all this momentum, it looks like Palantir is set to keep climbing. Speaking of all-time highs, Palantir isn't the only one making moves. Meta, led by Mark Zuckerberg, has been on a tear recently too, actually hitting a new all-time high. The company has become Wall Street's darling in early 2025, and it's all because of its laser-focused AI strategy. While Meta's planned investments in AI are huge, around 60 to 65 billion in capital expenditures for 2025, it's not just about how much they're spending, it's about how they're applying it. Meta's stock has soared almost 26% since the beginning of the year, marking an incredible 20-session winning streak and reaching a record high of almost $741. The key to their success isn't just big numbers. It's how they've been channeling all that AI power into specific, high-impact areas. And it's paying off big time, with their stock seeing one of the most impressive runs we've seen in a while. And here's the crazy part. Mark Zuckerberg isn't just stopping at AI for Meta. He's got a genius plan in the works. Meta just announced they're diving into developing their own humanoid robot. And this could actually be a game-changer for Palantir too. Meta's planning to invest big in these robots, which are designed to handle household tasks, all powered by AI. They're serious about this. So much so that they're setting up a whole new robotics product group within their Reality Labs division to focus on research and development. The goal? To make these humanoid robots maximize the capabilities of Meta's AI models. This move is huge, and it's not just about robots for the sake of it. Palantir is in the perfect spot to benefit from Meta's humanoid robot project. Think about it. Palantir's AI-driven platforms are all about processing massive amounts of data and making complex decisions, and Meta's robots are going to need that kind of data power to function effectively. If Palantir's technology gets integrated into these robots, it could give Palantir a whole new avenue for growth, potentially making the company an essential part of Meta's vision. If this partnership or integration really takes off, it could send Palantir's stock soaring, possibly even pushing it toward that 1,000 per share mark that some analysts have predicted for 2030. With Meta's deep pockets and its focus on AI innovation, the potential is huge, and it's definitely not out of the question. This kind of collaboration could be the catalyst Palantir needs to break through to the next level, and who knows how high it could go from there. With everything going on, it's almost safe to say that Palantir's massive AI boom just getting started. One analyst summed it up perfectly in a recent appearance on Fox Business. Ed Cofrancesco, the CEO of International Assets Advisory, talked about Palantir's investment potential, even with its high valuation. Sure, the stock is pretty expensive right now, but Cofrancesco pointed out that the company's growth trajectory is solid. He highlighted how Palantir's been making a successful move into the commercial sector and how the current administration's push for AI is a big win for the company. Palantir's government sector earnings are only expected to grow, especially with its deep expertise in data analytics and AI. Cofrancesco also mentioned that since Palantir's IPO, the company's shown consistent strong performance, and he believes that track record will continue to push the stock higher as investors recognize its value. Even though there was a slight dip in stock price during the discussion, Palantir still hit a new intraday record earlier, showing its strength and investor confidence. Cofrancesco also touched on some broader economic stuff, like the Fed's cautious approach to rate cuts, but his overall point was clear. Palantir's future is looking bright, and it's only going to get stronger from here. But what is your opinion on this? Comment down below. If you are curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on the screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, then turn on the notifications bell on this channel. Missing an important Palantir update might make you lose money, so don't risk it. Also, please share this video with as many people as possible. Let's get this news out there.